Closer look at some of the big headlines from the past week right here in Connecticut. Joining us right now with more is Dan Haar, the columnist and associate editor at Hearst Connecticut Media. Dan, good to see you again. Thanks for being here.
Great to be here. Thank you. Let
me start first, of course, the horrific news this week from Texas. Gun control again front and center in the race for governor here in Connecticut. Republican Bob Stefanowski being called out for comments he made back in 2018 saying that he would repeal gun laws here in Connecticut. What is going on here?
Yeah, what happened was when he ran against now Governor Lamont, then Citizen Lamont, in 2018, he was more opposed to the 2013 reforms that followed Sandy Hook. And he said that that bill, that series of that reform was bad and that he would veto any effort to strengthen it. He's now saying in the light of the latest two tragedies in Buffalo and Texas, he put out a statement, of course, issuing his condolences, but also saying that that Connecticut has the strongest gun laws in the country, and that's as it should be. And so immediately Governor Lamont's campaign put out the videotape in 2018 and said, wait a minute, that's a flip-flop.
Is this a situation here where the Stefanowski campaign is almost reading the room because, you know, basic polling, correct me if I'm wrong, shows that people are in favor of some kind of gun control laws, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to run as a Republican in a blue state like Connecticut, you have to keep your base and keep as many of the independents as you can get. You're not going to get Democrats. And so he has to walk a fine line. Obviously, popular opinion favors the gun control, but his base does not. And he's doing what he has to do, which is walk a fine line. He's not fully coming out and saying, rah, rah, I'm supporting this bill, but he's saying he supports the bill, which he does to a degree, but he also has that tape, which comes back to haunt him. And I should point out that Bob Stefanowski harshly criticized Governor Lamont for the timing of putting out that videotape in the middle of the tragedy.
Now, also this week, Chris Murphy gave a speech, an impassioned speech, really, on the floor of the Senate the night of the shooting in Texas. That's been playing out really nationally all week long.
Yes, lost in this is that a week and a half ago after Buffalo, he put out a similar speech. He gave a similar speech on the floor saying that he blames Donald Trump for the violence because it was ethnic violence, racial violence. This time he didn't go that far, but he's making a big name for himself. I mean, he already has a big name, speaking out when these things happen. Notably, both Senator Blumenthal and Senator Murphy are on the very small group of people in bipartisan talks that began today on gun control legislation moving forward. They have high hopes. Many people are skeptical.
Dan Haar, always good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We appreciate your time.
Great to see you. Thank you.
And just a reminder, Dan writes about politics for Hearst Connecticut Media. You can read his columns on ctinsider.com and in the New Haven Register, Connecticut Post, Middletown Press, and the other local Hearst newspapers.